forgot the Coronation Street in Emmerdale. That's what I was watching on the couch when the those evenings back, well, many years ago now, many years ago now.
And maybe inspire somebody into change, doing something that becomes a better version of themselves, maybe, or maybe not even a better version of themselves, but the version that's always been there, that's always been waiting, you know.
Um, as I said, just kind of looking back now, like that's, from what your introduction there, like years ago, like that wasn't me at all. You know, not the same person. Like looking back now, like the journey I've went over from this is it, from those evenings sitting on the couch eating the hobnobs to what I am now. You know, it's my younger brother. He was like he would have been completely. It's funny, like he's the complete opposite from me when we went to school and things like that. You know, he was always the fit one, you know, and he would have been the one that started running first and doing events, you know, and always kind of I was always on the sidelines and there was always a kind of quiet curiosity, you know. So I was always kind of we think in the back of my head, you know, Jesus, like, I'd love to do something like that myself, you know. So that probably planted the seed, you know.
Because we'll talk about the first mile. But when I hear you talk about the first mile, Sean, I don't just see personally a first mile. I see a complete identity shift that
Mm,
happens. But when I read on your story and you know and I got to know a little bit more about you, I often think the first mile that you've done sounds really raw. It sounds
mm.
awkward. It sounds humbling, right?
The big thing for me was the the Sean McLaughlin that went out the door in the first night. Like, don't get me wrong, it took me a long time to build up that first mile. Um, like the Sean McLaughlin that went out the door the first night to the Sean McLaughlin that came home after running his first mile. Like when that night I ran my first mile, like I'd felt like I'd won the Olympics, you know. So, um, but that night I ran the first mile, you know, it was like God, if I can do that, like what else can I do, you know? It's totally, and it ended up just totally redefining me, Pat, you know. So
But you know, when I listen to you talk here, Sean, and we're talking about doing that first mile, that's I think where your identity shifted. And you know, for people who are maybe listening here, thinking, "Well, what about me?" We got to take this whole outlook into taking that first step and taking that first mile into everything, every aspect of life, whether it's your business, your physical, and so forth, or maybe all of it actually.
mm,
Right? He became who he is by keeping small promises on cold mornings, on lonely miles, and in moments when quitting would have been easier than continuing. So you don't need to see the whole road. You don't need a perfect plan. You don't need permission. You just need to start.